Oke, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Sabida Gifar, and today I'll be presenting on Alibaba Object Storage Service or OSS. Uh, just let's moving and to the next one. Uh, here, here are the topics that we will discuss. Uh, and let's continue. So the first is the paradigm. Paradigm. So in traditional storage, it relies on rigid blocks or deep folder hierarchies. OSS, however, uses a flat namespace where folders are just text prefix. And as you can see, for the object storage, like here is all the objects are sort of value pairs sitting at exact, exact same root level. Let the lines here of each object is directly pointing to root, unlike the file storage that similar like a file tree. And before we look at the solution, we need to understand the problem. Traditional file storage simply cannot scale to handle huge amount of unstructured data like images or videos, and coupling storage directly to compute servers creates maintenance nightmares, and it becomes very hard to maintain and scale. And without strict access control, cloud bandwidth costs can grow quickly. So how does OSS solve these three problems? First, for the scalability limits, OSS is built for massive amounts of unstructured data. It uses a flat structure with unique web addresses for every file with deep complex hierarchy. You never run out of space and you just keep uploading. And the second is for the compute, compute coupling. OSS is a cloud-based service, so you don't have to manage physical servers or hardware at all. Storage is completely separate from compute, so maintenance becomes simple. And third is for cost and security risk, because OSS is encrypted and the access is controlled through unique URLs and strict permission. So bandwidth costs stay predictable and data stay secure. And as a developer, you simply upload your data and it's instantly available anywhere in the world. And why? Why bother to use object storage? First is the scalability factor. Scalability in OSS is huge because a single object can hold up to 5 petabytes of data with no object limit. Then there is a simplicity. Since it's a fully managed service with a RESTful API and flexible upload various options like multi-part or append, and the object size is varying uh, from 0 to 48.x terabyte. For security, we get multi-layer protection, anti-DDoS, and detailed logs to trace any malicious access. With availability uptime rate, up to 99.99% and with 3 replica reliability and automatic failover via cross-region replication. And the final is inclusiveness. means it integrates seamlessly with many other cloud services, Alibaba Cloud Services, making it super easy to use and scalable. And Fuxi for job scheduling. And let we got here for the architecture, and the next is basic concept for standard terms. So there are typically four core terms in OSS. First is buckets, which is act as our administrative boundaries and objects, which are the actual files identified by a unique case. Crucially, OSS offers their storage classes by moving out logs from standard to archive storage. We can reduce storage bills up to 18% while keeping the data accessible when needed. And there is more terms you can visit here. Next concept is this is the diagram. You can pause for the detailed schema. Uh, Next one is the storage cache. OSS storage classes range from a standard for real-time frequently access data with no minimum or retrieval fees to infrequent access uh, with 30-day minimal min storage and 64 kilobyte billable size, and then archive with under approximately 1 minute restore time, and finally call archive uh, to 118-day min storage. And the next one, here is the detailed table about storage classes that give you more detail. So the data structure for the OSS is basically like this. Uh, User or the service manage multiple buckets, each bucket containing objects composed of key, data, and metadata, or simulated directory that can nest further subdirectory and objects. OSS mirroring works by having the client request data from OSS if the object doesn't exist. OSS fetch it from the source set, write it to itself, and then return it to the client, effectively catching the content on first access. Also, for redirection, it works by having the client request a resource from OSS. If it is not found, OSS return a redirect location to the client, which they directly request and receive the resource from the source, meaning OSS doesn't store or cache the data itself. For data management, we use OSS browser for the GUI access and also OSS util for the CLI tool. And the most powerful feature is lifecycle rules. We can write a simple policy that automatically transitions data to cheaper tiers or deletes it after a set time, entirely automating cost optimization. So backup and recovery. There are some backup recovery plan. Uh, this one is object versioning. So it automatically saves previous version of files to protect against accidental overwrites or deletion within the same bucket. And for the geographic disaster recovery, cross-region replication asynchronously mirrors or replicating the bucket to different regions, ensuring business continuity even during regional outage. And this one is zone redundant storage, which is it is the same as regional, but the synchronous process is made within the zone in a region that the bucket shift. And local redundant storage, and basically it is synchronizing the data within the server, the data center, a single data center by different rack. So advanced features in Alibaba OS is image processing and static web hosting. Image processing is for the on-fly image manipulation, and the static web host, as the name suggests, it is to serve web content directly from a bucket. So for image processing or EMG, image processing is an image processing service that feature massive capacity, high security, low cost, and high availability. And it means that this feature is a serverless feature. With a native image processing, we don't need backend servers for thumbnails. We just append an XOS X strip OSS strip process parameter to the URL right here. And continue for the access method. OSS EMG is accessed by appending the X strip OSS strip processes, and there are two options of the parameter, which is for parameter mode and style mode. The parameter mode is for direct inline processing like resizing or watermarking. And for style mode is just for using predefined style names to simplify management and reuse of the parameter list. So for the static web hosting, this is one of the most this is of one of the most transformative features for modern web development. By enabling this static website mode on a bucket, we can configure custom index and error documents. We then bind a custom domain via CNAME and pair it with like a CDN, like CDN Alibaba for global delivery and HTTPS protocol. Monitoring and cache. OSS integrates with Cloud Monitor to track key performance metrics, providing a dashboard that display both aggregate service level statistics to granular data for individual buckets to help visualize usage trend and identify anomalies. While OS is natively pay-as-you-go, enterprises with predictable traffic can also prepare resource plans to lock in the significant discount on storage and egress. And the last is the for security and access control aspect. There are three core aspects in security layer. The first is access control. We use RAM policies to enforce strict least privilege access, avoid avoid avoiding right permission SES or access control is. And the second is data. So encryption. So the data address is protected with SSI, SSE, dash KMS for data encryption. And the third feature is anti-leaching. To prevent bandwidth thief from hotlinking, we use referrer whitelist. It is a HTTP request and generate time-limited signed URLs that expire automatically. And conclusion for all of the Alibaba OSS is Alibaba OSS transforms storage from a passive hardware layer into an active serverless data platform. By mastering lifecycle automation, strict security policies, and native processing features, we can build highly scalable and cost-efficient cloud architecture. And maybe that's for the presentation. Thank you for listening. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.